Good morning, students. Hope you all are safe and sound. Today, I would like to welcome you all to the virtual lecture in which we will discuss Unit 3, Chapter 1, Database Management System. In particular, we will focus on Relational Database Management System. So, let's get started. So, RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. And RDBMS is a DBMS designed specifically for relational databases. Therefore, RDBMSs are a subset of DBMSs. In RDBMS, the data is organized in the form of tables, that is, in rows and columns. This makes it easy to locate and access specific values within the database. It is relational because the values within each table are related to each other. Tables may also be related to other tables. The relational structure makes it possible to run queries across multiple tables at once. The RDBMS is the software that executes queries on the data, including adding, updating, and searching for the values. And RDBMS may also provide a visual representation of data. For example, it may display data in a tables like a spreadsheet, allowing us to view and edit individual values in the table. Some RDBMS programs allow us to create forms that can streamline entering, editing, and deleting data. Most well-known DBMS applications fall into the RDBMS category. Examples include Oracle Database, MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, and IBM DB2. Some of these programs support non-relational databases, but they are primarily used for relational database management. Here we can see the difference between DBMS and RDBMS. So DBMS does not support normalization, but in RDBMS normalization is present. DBMS does not apply any security with regard to data manipulation, but RDBMS defines the integrity constraint for the purpose of ACID, that is atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability property. DBMS uses files system to store data, so there will be no relation between the tables. But in RDBMS, data values are stored in the form of tables, so a relationship between these data values will be stored in the form of a table as well. In the full form of RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System, the word relational means relationship between two or more tables. Tables are related by their common fields. There are three types of relationship in relational database design. They are one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. Let's understand the one-to-one relationship. So one-to-one relationship are single valued in both directions. Both tables can have only one record on either side of the relationship. Each primary key value relates to only one or no record in the related table. For example, a manager manages one department and a department has only one manager. So the relationship can be assigned to either the department table or the employee table. Because all departments have managers, but not all employees are manager. The following table shows a representation of one-to-one relationship. So the department table has two fields, department number and manager number. We can easily understand from this table that department number A00 has only one manager whose manager number is 000010. In the same way, department number B01 has a manager number 20 and D11 has the manager number 60. So this table shows that one-to-one relationship is a single valued relationship. मतलब हर एक रिकॉर्ड दूसरे सिंगल रिकॉर्ड से ही दूसरे टेबल में रिलेशनशिप स्टैब्लिश करता है. मतलब दो टेबल, अगर यहाँ तो हमने सिर्फ एक ही टेबल लिया है, हम दो टेबल अगर लें तो दोनों ही टेबल के एक रिकॉर्ड को दूसरे टेबल के एक रिकॉर्ड से ही रिलेट किया जा सकता है. वन टू वन सिंगल वैल्यूड रिलेशनशिप है. This is an entity relationship diagram of one-to-one relationship. यहाँ हम लोग देख सकते हैं कि डिपार्टमेंट हैज़ अ मैनेजर एंड अगर इसे उल्टा करके देखें तो मैनेजर वर्क्स इन अ डिपार्टमेंट. सो दिस इज अ one-to-one relationship. Let's understand one-to-many and many-to-one relationship. There can be more than one record for a linking value on one side of the relationship. The primary key table contains only one record that relates to none, one or many records in the related table. This relationship is similar to one between child and a parent. A child have only one mother, but a mother may have several children. So, इन वन टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप हम लोग ये देख सकते हैं कि एक टेबल का एक रिकॉर्ड दूसरे टेबल के मल्टीपल रिकॉर्ड से रिलेट कर सकता है. दिस इज़ जस्ट लाइक द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन चाइल्ड एंड अ पेरेंट. एक बच्चे की एक ही माँ होती है, लेकिन एक माँ के बहुत सारे बच्चे हो सकते हैं. तो दिस इज़ वन टू मेनी एंड मेनी टू वन रिलेशनशिप. So this is an example of one-to-many and many-to-one relationship. An employee can work in only one department. This relationship is single valued for employees. On the other hand, one department can have many employees. This relationship is multi-valued for departments. This relationship is known as one-to-many relationship. एक एम्प्लॉय एक ही डिपार्टमेंट में काम कर सकता है. ये एक सिंगल वैल्यूड रिलेशनशिप है एम्प्लॉय के लिए, लेकिन एक डिपार्टमेंट में मल्टीपल एम्प्लॉयज़ काम कर सकते हैं, जो कि मल्टी वैल्यूड रिलेशनशिप है डिपार्टमेंट के लिए. सो इस तरीके के रिलेशनशिप को वन टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप बोलते हैं. इसे हम लोग एक ER डायग्राम से समझते हैं, दैट एम्प्लॉयज़ आर असाइंड टू डिपार्टमेंट्स. यहाँ हमने दो टेबल लिया है, एम्प्लॉय टेबल एंड डिपार्टमेंट टेबल. So the employee table has three fields: employee number, work department and job. And the department table has two fields: department number and ADMR department. So in the employee table we can see कि employee number 10 वर्क डिपार्टमेंट 800 में ही सिर्फ काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन 800 वर्क डिपार्टमेंट में एम्प्लॉय नंबर 10 भी है एंड एम्प्लॉय नंबर 120 भी हैं. इन द सेम वे डिपार्टमेंट नंबर 301 में 3 एम्प्लॉय हैं, 130, 30 एंड 140. सो दिस इज वन टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप. Let's understand many-to-many relationship. So a relationship that is multi-valued in both directions is many-to-many relationship. इस तरीके के रिलेशनशिप दोनों ही साइड से मल्टी वैल्यूड होते हैं. मतलब एक टेबल के मल्टीपल रिकॉर्ड्स दूसरे टेबल के मल्टीपल रिकॉर्ड्स से रिलेट कर सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एन एम्प्लॉय कैन वर्क ऑन मोर देन वन प्रोजेक्ट and a project can have more than one employees. A many-to-many relationship can be expressed in a table with a column for each entity, employees and project, as shown in the following example table. Here we can see that employee number 30 works on the project number 1000 and 2000. And in the project number 1000, employee number 30 and employee number 130 both works. So this is the multi-valued relationship. So this is known as many-to-many relationship. Database management system supports the data abstraction, which refers to the hiding of certain details of how the data are stored and maintained. With several levels of abstraction, the user's view of the database is simplified, and this leads to the improved understanding of data. Data abstraction can be achieved by data model. Here we can see the levels of abstraction. The first level is user's view level, which describes how users see the data. The second level is conceptual or logical level, defines the logical structure of data. And the third level of abstraction is physical level, which describes the files and indexes used. It is also known as the ANSI or Spark model. The main advantage of the database system is that we can achieve the data independently. The first step towards this goal is to distinguish between the data as it is actually stored, called as the physical representation of data, and the data as it is presented on an individual user, which is called the logical representation of data. So there are two types of data independence. They are logical data independence and physical data independence. So data independence is the ability to modify a schema definition in one level without affecting a schema definition in other level. So the logical data independence means that the structure of the data at logical level is changed without changing the application program. The change must not remove any of the data of the application program users. And the physical data independence means that the physical structure of the data may be changed without changing the overall logical structure of the data of the application program. So, the changes in physical schema may include using new storage device, using different data structures, switching from one access method to another, using different file organization or storage structures, and modifying indexes. For example, a change to the internal schema, such as using different file organization or storage structures, storage device, or indexing strategy, should be possible without having to change the conceptual or external schemas. The logical data independence is the ability to change the logical schema without having to change the external schema. For example, the addition or removal of new entities, attributes, or relationship to the conceptual schema should be possible without having to change existing external schemas or having to rewrite existing application programs. The DBMS supports the concept of metadata and data dictionary. So let's understand what is metadata. So data about data is known as metadata. It is the overall description of the database specified by a set of definition and constraints. For example, means of creation of the data, purpose of the data, time and date of creation, creator or author of the data, location on the computer network where the data was created, and file size. What is data dictionary? So data dictionary is the metadata repository. It stores information about each data element in the database, such as its name, data type, range of the value, source, access authorization, and indicates which application programs use this data items. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you guys so much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.